We have to assume that this is some type of small round to be able to fit in that tiny little lapel mic, right? It can't be some 5.56 round that's bigger than the lapel mic. It's got to be some type of low caliber round, a 22, 9 mil, something like that. Okay. The biggest problem with that is we actually see the physical effects on Charlie's neck, called the temporary wound cavitation, that are drastic, that a 9 mil or a 22 round would not cause. So we'll take a look at that. All right, first really important still frame. Okay, as you see, a lot of people were saying, well, because the shirt lifted up, that has to be it. Well, as you can see, the shirt's actually lifting up all the way around his neck. That's most likely being caused from that temporary wound cavitation, which you can see, actually see his neck expanding. That caused what we initially didn't know was an earpiece, a microphone, a necklace. Looks to be a necklace that he had on, and when that wound cavitation expanded in his neck, that necklace underneath his shirt blows off, which we do see here. We actually do see it break and leave out the back of his shirt, which does actually sort of explain sort of that cavitation and lifting up of the shirt as that snaps and blows off the back of his neck. All right, another still frame, really good. You can see how thick his whole neck is. And this is actually just 5.56. We're not even looking at something like 30-06. And you can see the actual high-powered rifle wound cavitation. As you can see, giant cavitation, which is likely what we see in his neck there. This is just ballistic physics. That's what recoil essentially is. So the problem here that we see is the housing mechanism of where the blast propellant would have come from to fire that projectile does not move in an equal and opposite direction. What we should have seen is it blow off his shirt the opposite direction. Keep in mind, this lapel mic is held on by either a little plastic clip or a little magnet. And you're talking about enough gunpowder or force or whatever to propel a bullet to cause that much damage. It would have ripped that microphone off his shirt and sent it way that way. At a minimum, it would have at least moved in the opposite direction. The fact the microphone moves with the projectile, it's just not really ballistically a thing. Okay.